David Benavidez continues calling Canelo Alvarez out for a fight, and Canelo has finally responded to David. David's promoter, Samson Lukowicz, is definitely calling for a fight between the two superstars, and he doesn't think that Canelo can run away anymore. Samson stated, "Let me get the statement for Canelo. Regardless of the result, if Canelo fights Benavidez, he'll be an idol. If he fights him, he will not ever be an idol. Now, regardless, if he wins, he'll be the best, and if he loses, he has the to go with the best. So, Canelo, don't run anymore. And whoever says, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $1,000 now if you tell me any other fighter besides Canelo and Benavidez. Give me another fight that everybody wants. Canelo says that he will not fight a Mexican, so how about next time if you go with the Ecuadorian flag? But not only that, let me tell you another thing. He promised that he will never fight another Mexican. This is what he says, but I know that he's negotiating with Munguia, and we're from the same company. But enough is enough. Come over, Canelo, and show me how macho you are." Even Floyd Mayweather is waiting to see this fight, and he thinks that it's time to finally make it happen. After watching Benavidez fight Demetrius Andrade,
if it was up to me, like we keep on saying, we want to see Benavidez. Canelo, hell of a fighter, but my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez. You know, that's just my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to speak my mind. That's just what it is. We want to see Benavidez. Let's make it happen.
Even Terrence Crawford was claiming that David was ready for Canelo. Terrence stated, "He looked spectacular. He did wonderful things. A++. Benavidez is one of them. I mean, he's relentless. It's pressure, but it's smart pressure. He's coming behind his jab, throwing straight punches. He's going to the body up and down. He's got to tighten up a little bit on his defense, but other than that, he's good. He's ready for Canelo." Sean Porter definitely understands why fans want to see a fight between David and Canelo, but he just doesn't think that David is on Canelo's list. Sean stated, "I think it was supposed to be both Charlo brothers. Canelo was not supposed to lose those, and then you look forward to hearing what's next. I truly think the world wants Benavidez on Canelo's list, but I don't think Benavidez is on Canelo's list. It's too much. Benavidez doesn't need Canelo. Sometimes you're that much better than somebody and nobody needs to see it. Sometimes you're that good and people don't need to see it. We know that's probably the biggest money fight that Benavidez could have, but I just think that he's better, he's stronger, and he's got too much youth. He's got too much experience, and he's got too much health." Even Jermall Charlo called Canelo out for ducking fights after Canelo said he should fight David Benavidez before fighting him.
Canelo came out and said, "I'm all about challenging myself. I want legacy fights. Why don't Charlo and Benavidez fight each other, and then maybe we'll see."
I laugh, I'm like, oh, you trying to be a promoter now? Why you won't fight me? Why you want somebody else to fight me? Why you won't fight me? I'm 32, you 32. I was at 154, Canelo was at 154. I had a belt, he had a belt. He didn't fight me. I'm moving up to 60 when he was at 60. He moved up. What I gotta do, keep chasing him with my legacy? It is what it is. I'm gonna just keep winning.
Regis Prograis definitely thinks that Canelo would come out on top if he were to fight Benavidez, though. Regis stated, "Right now, I'll still give it to Canelo just because you can never go away from Canelo. He's a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, Canelo is the best Mexican fighter in history. I know we have Julio Cesar Chavez, but if you look at Canelo's resume, it's crazy. He's done so much in the sport already, and he's just so good. So for me, I would still go with Canelo right now. But as time goes on, and if Benavidez keeps getting experience under his belt, I might have to lean more toward Benavidez. But right now, I lean more towards Canelo because he did have the better competition." Even Demetrius Andrade's trainer, Andre Rozier, believes that Canelo would come out on top. Andre stated, "If they fight in May 2024, I have to stick with the guy that's laying the plan down. I have to stick with Canelo. The reason why is the intangibles. The intangibles are his ability to sustain punishment. We saw in the two Golovkin fights by one of the hardest punchers in boxing, especially in the middleweight division, and someone that can really box. Benavidez is a fantastic fighter. His thing is pressure to break you. Canelo has so many overall weapons that I would have to side with him in that fight. Canelo's defense is really, really good. It would be better than good for that fight. He wouldn't let punches get in because when he gets his hands up, it's really hard, and his counterpunching is fantastic, and he can punch. He hurts super middleweights. Virgil Ortiz couldn't say enough good about Benavidez, and he mentioned moments where David came in and handled things in training.
Benavidez is a beast, man.
The Mexican monster, as Mike Tyson calls him.
I've always said Benavidez. I've seen him when he came here to spar. Well, I've seen him before and stuff, but man, he's strong. Even he's just strong. He's strong. You know, and the thing is, he's very. It's not only that he's strong, but when these guys are on a high level like that, you can. The way they fight inside and certain punches that just look very simple to throw that everybody thinks they can throw. There's just the timing, the technique about it, how to land it, what power to use. Every punch is with all kinds of power. And, he's definitely. I told Robert, we were talking about earlier. I told Robert, remember when Benavidez came in here and he made everybody throw up?
He gave concussions out for free.
He made everybody throw up. I was like, God damn it. But, yeah,
he can fight.
Yeah,
he can fight. He can fight 75. He can fight cruiserweight. He can fight 68. He can fight heavyweight.
Yeah.
Just in case Canelo still decides not to fight David Benavidez, Jose Benavidez Sr. already has another fight in mind, and it's Dimitri Bivol. Jose stated, "The reason I'd go with Bivol is because he beat Canelo. He beat the king, the face of boxing. That's the only reason. Artur Beterbiev, he hits super hard. He touches you with those punches, you're done. They're dangerous fighters. We'll fight both of them, but these are the kinds of fights that we want to give to the people, the dangerous fights. I can't tell you that. We've never fought at 175. I've never seen anyone hurt these two guys. Maybe Bivol got hurt a little in one of his fights against Joe Smith Jr. after being hit after the bell, but I don't know." Teofimo Lopez thinks that the fight is a fantastic one to make, and he sees David coming out on top. Teofimo stated, "He did great. Awesome job, man. I think he definitely showed that he is that guy in the division. He's so smart. The Canelo situation, it's a great matchup, great fight. This version of him beats Canelo. I like Canelo, man. He's a well-rounded fighter. However, if Canelo's not back to being light on his fight, then Benavidez can get this. Not saying it'll be easy, cause Canelo is smart. He'll break his arms. If both can understand and master that, then we win at the end, the fans." Bozienis thinks that the fight would be a very entertaining and close match.
I don't know about Canelo taking that fight, though. You know what I mean? You know, they said he would take it, but I don't know, man. Yeah, when it comes down to Canelo's a hell of a fighter, good fighter. But I'm gonna have to go with Benavidez, man. You know what I mean? That pressure he put on, and, you know what I mean? And see, you gotta understand, Canelo like to put pressure on you too. You know what I mean? Well, what are you gonna do when the pressure's coming back to him? You know what I mean? And he throws a lot of punches. Canelo fighting in spurts. Benavidez constantly throwing punches and coming at you. So that's gonna be it might be a good fight until it lasts. You know what I mean?
David Benavidez believes that Canelo needs him just as much as he needs Canelo, and he really believes that the fight is going to happen now. David stated, "We're ready for this opportunity, and we'll give the fans what they want. Truthfully, both of us. He needs me, and I need him. He's a legend in the sport, and I think for me to do what I want to do in Mexican boxing, I need to fight Canelo to get to that level to be a legend in the sport. Truthfully, my work right now is to just fight against the best. Whoever it is who wants to fight me, we'll be ready to fight them. It's a good fight, and we're going to keep trying to make that fight happen. We're 100% ready for that opportunity, 100% for this fight, and give the people what they want to see." Meanwhile, Canelo is still claiming that he isn't ducking anyone in the division, and he stated, "Everybody says the same thing all my life. When I fight Austin Trout, they say I'm ducking Trout. When I fight other fighters, they say I'm ducking Gennady Golovkin. I'm ducking Yaroslandi Lara and everything. Every time I beat every single fighter, they say, okay, I have this other fighter. They find somebody else. I'm ducking nobody. I've been in this position a lot of times, so I just do the fights that I think are best for the fans. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.